Start. Sim.
Hello again, this is BGFH. Welcome back to Illegally Cited, and today we're going to continue our look at using VoiceOver with iOS. And I'm going to continue looking at some of the built-in apps in iOS devices today. And today we're going to look at the Mail app with using VoiceOver. So let's pop right into it here. We'll go to my home screen.
X-Ray.
And again, your screen is going to look largely different than mine. But you can flick or use your gestures that you've learned so far and find your mail icon. Mine is in the dock, the second item.
Mail. 3 new items.
I'm going to double tap that. It tells me right there that I do have 3 new items. So without even going in, I can see how many new messages I have. I'm going to open that.
Mail. All inboxes. 3.
Now I'm in, it says all inboxes. When you come up to your email, you're going to have your message list. And we'll pop back to this here shortly because that's mainly what we're going to be concerned with. But I do want to mention or show you up in the upper left-hand corner,
Mailboxes. Back button.
Mailboxes back button. So I'm going to go there.
Mailboxes.
And what's nice is that I can use multiple accounts with my iPhone or iOS device. And there's a couple ways I can view them. So on the top here,
Inboxes. Heading.
Inboxes. So these are going to be, I have 3 email accounts set up on my iPhone right now. And I have, so this top area is just going to be those inboxes for those accounts. So I'm going to flick to the right.
All inboxes. 3 unread messages.
Okay.
VIP. 0 unread messages.
VIP, this is an Apple specific thing, I think, where you can like mark certain senders as like important or VIPs. And then I believe that they will come up at the top of your email or something. I haven't actually played with it yet, so I can't really speak much about that. So we'll just move on.
Samobile. 0
So there's my
messages.
SA Mobile. I have no new messages there.
Hotmail. 2 unread messages.
2 messages in my Hotmail.
Gmail. 1 unread message.
Gmail, I have 1 new message there. And let's flick to the right again.
Accounts. Heading.
Now we're into our accounts thing. So I could have tapped on any of those, double tapped on any of those inboxes up there and gone in. But I'm going to flick to the right again.
Samobile. 0 unread messages.
SA Mobile.
Hotmail. 2 unread messages.
And Gmail.
1 unread message.
So let's say that I pop into my Hotmail.
Hotmail. 2 unread.
Now this is where, this is actually the whole accounts area. So if you have your email account set up to use separate folders, you organize your content, maybe you save, your work stuff in one folder, your jokes in another folder, or receipts or whatever, you can go to those there. And you can also, let's say you delete something, you're like, oh crap, I didn't mean to delete that. I can go to my junk folder, my trash folder, and recover that.
Inbox folder.
So I just get another list of messages here.
Sent folder. Trash folder.
I'm just flicking to the right again.
Bookshare volunteer. Drafts folder. Junk folder. 107.
And you get the idea.
Mailboxes. Back button.
So I'm going to go back up to
Hotmail. Rose. All inboxes.
all
3 unread
inboxes.
messages.
This is where I typically hang out the most because I just want to have all my inboxes there and check any mail that I have. So we'll pop back into there. And I'm not going to read any of the unread ones because I'm not sure what they are.
Google Play.
I'm going to
Get
go.
started with Google Play on Nexus 7.
We're going to go
Thursday.
in. Again, I can just, you
Get
move
started
my
with Google
finger
Play on Nexus
or
7.
flick
Congrats
left
on
and right
activating the new Nexus
to go
Word 100.
through my different messages. Now, I am using this on a phone, remember, and remember from the earlier video where I was comparing the iPod and iPod Touch and the iPhone to the iPad. On the iPad, you would have your messages down the left, your message list down the left-hand side, and when you double tap those, that list does not disappear. Instead, your actual message body is going to appear on the main part of the screen to the right. So, you're able to see more because you have more screen real estate there, but that is the difference between the smaller screen to iPod and the iPhone versus the iPad. But we're just going to have to be going through a lot of back and forth on the small screen, which does work fine. So up here, I open one of my messages, and as you can tell, I'm hopefully going to try to find a way to cover Android more on this channel as well. But I had a buyer for my original Nexus 7. Thank you very much, by the way. And I have purchased the new 2013 model Nexus 7, which in fact does have a much better screen, a faster camera, or a faster processor, and a back camera. Unfortunately, no flash, but at least it's something where I can start trying to look at some of the basically magnifier CCTV style apps that people ask about. So, we'll forget about Android for now. Hopefully I will be able to cover that in some fashion on my channel here at some point. But we have at the top of our screen, we've got
Message. Google Play. Link. All inboxes. 3. Back button.
So I could go back or I could flick to the right.
4 of 122. Previous message. Next message.
Previous
button.
or next
2
message.
From.
And you get your
Google
headers
Play.
up there, your
Address.
from, to, subject,
Button.
yada yada.
Get started with Google Play on Nexus 7.
So that's my subject. And remember from even the other videos, I can do my 2-finger flick down to start reading all.
Get started with Google Play on Nexus August 7th, 8, 2013, 2:15 p.m. Google Play. Link. Image. Space. Link. Get started with Google Play on Nexus 7. Link. Congrats on activating your new Nexus 7. Set up your tablet with all your favorite apps. Find out how to listen to...
And yada yada, you get the point. Just like before, I can, move my finger around the screen, and if you have some vision, maybe you want to see what a certain paragraph that you see, maybe you want to see what it says. I touch it. Come on.
Open Google Play. Link. Your Google Play library. Heading. Get started with Google Play right from the home screen of your new...
So, again, it works very well. I can use my 3-finger flick up and down to
Page 2 of 5.
go through my message
Page
and
3
look
of
at
5.
different
Page
things.
2 of 5.
All that stuff works. On the bottom of this, I have my little bar, my little options bar, or whatever you want to call it down here.
Mark message. Button.
I can mark a message, so I can mark it read, unread, urgent, or whatever. I can flick to the right here.
Move. Button.
I can move it to one of my other folders.
Delete. Button.
Delete.
Reply. Button.
Now, reply, one thing I want to mention about the reply thing is that if I do reply, this is where your reply all and your forward buttons are actually. So if I double tap on reply,
Alert. Reply. Button.
I can reply,
Reply. Forward. Button.
forward,
Print. Button.
or I can print if I had a wireless printer that was set up to work with my phone.
Cancel. Button.
So reply and all that kind of stuff that's
Cancel.
where that's going to be. There's no reply all here because it was just sent to me, but if this was a message that was sent to multiple people, I would also have my reply all option there.
Compose. Button.
Or I have my compose. I just want
to
to
bring up drafts.
I can just set up a new message to somebody from anywhere here. Well, let's go into the compose real quick just so I can show you what the actual email composing looks like. So again, I could just flick through, or I could move my I could move my finger over.
2. Text field is editing.
So I could put my I've got my keyboard already open because it's landed me into the to field. I could put that in there, and if I flick to the right, come on.
2. Add contact. Button.
I could add a contact from my actual phone's address book, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to actually send a message right now.
CC/BCC. From.
CC and
Double
BCC.
tap to show subject. Text field. Double tap to edit.
And again, just like any form control, I can double tap on any of these. So if I double tap here, now I'm editing the subject. If I move down a little more.
Message body. Sent from my iPhone. Text field.
So message
Double tap to
body,
edit.
I could double tap and edit that. And it does automatically put a signature, which you can change under your mail options under settings. You have to, in order to configure your email accounts, you don't do it through mail. You actually do it through the settings app or the settings area under the mail and messaging options there. So, it's pretty straightforward. And then across the top, I've got a
Cancel.
cancel
Button. Send. Dimmed.
or a
Button.
send, which I don't have an email address in there, so it's dimmed out. But I don't really want to send a message right now.
Cancel.
I'm going to
Button.
cancel. We're back at our mail here.
Google Play. Lit all inboxes. 3.
Let's go back to my inbox. I want to show you one other cool thing about the message list here. Let me check my time.
XRAP.
Yeah, we got time. Good.
Ready. App switcher. Mail.
Let's pop back into our mail.
Mail.
Now, I do have some unread messages here.
Unread. Amazon.com. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters in theaters and available for pre-order.
Okay, so
12:08 p.m.
that message I do not
Percy
care
Jackson,
about.
Sea of Monsters now available.
Shut up. So I do a 2-finger single tap and I can shut them up. So that message I don't care about. Now I could go into the message and delete, or there's an edit button in the upper right, and then I could check, I could check my messages that I wanted to delete and then go delete them. But in, I believe it was iOS 6, they introduced a really handy VoiceOver gesture. So again, I'm going to make sure that I have this selected.
Unread. Amazon.com. Percy Jackson.
Yes, that is the one I want selected. So I could double tap that to open it, but I know that without even reading it, I don't care about it, so I'm going to delete it. And they have added a quick way to do that with VoiceOver. Instead of flicking left and right to go from message to message, if I flick down,
Delete.
and if I flick down again,
Default.
flick down again,
Delete.
delete. So when you're going through a message, it'll land on the default thing, so when I double tap, it'll open it. But if I do that flick down where it says delete, I can double tap now. Boom. Message is
Unread.
gone.
YouTube. Congrats. Your video's now on YouTube.
Okay, so
11:46 a.m.
my video is
Unread.
now on YouTube.
YouTube. Congrats.
That was my, I just uploaded my Tiny Wings video earlier today. So it's telling me that that is up there. Again, I've already tested it. I know it works, so I'm just going to flick down again.
Delete.
Delete, double tap. Boom, gone.
Unread. Apple. The critics agree. MacBook Air is a hit.
Yeah, good for it.
Unread. Apple. The
Actually, I
critics
don't
agree.
care about that
MacBook
either.
Delete.
Flick down. Deleted.
Google Play. Get started with Google Play on Nexus 7.
So there may be some
Thursday.
tidbits of information in there, so I'll keep it for now until I actually fully read it. But that is really a quick look at how to use Mail with iOS. I mean, I know we didn't go into every little, like I said, I'm not going to go into every little option here, but I do want to give you a wide variety of, general tasks that you would do. You want to read your mail, delete it.
Extract.
Let me pop back in here.
Extract.
But, you want to read your mail, you want to send a message, you want to reply. I kind of showed you where that is. And like I said, the forward and the reply all is a little bit deceptive if you don't know that it's under the actual reply button. And I will say that Apple's not the only one that does this. I know that happens on a lot of webmail clients too. I know Hotmail does it now, where there's not a reply all, forward button anymore. There's a little combo, your reply button is actually a little combo box where you can choose your reply. So that's getting to be a fairly common thing, just to kind of consolidate some of your controls a little bit. But yeah, so we can read mail, we can send it, delete it, check our folders, move messages around. But there's a little bit more to it than that. But that is a brief overview of how well VoiceOver works with the Mail app on an iOS device. So with that said, I will wrap it up here, and I will talk to you guys next time.